were you prepared for Beryl?
I wasn't prepared because I leave to go to work. I went to work. And when I see things more than water flower, I still end up to leave and go back and help somebody else.
Is it because of Beryl rebuilding your home, or was that in the process before?
I was building before, it wasn't complete, but Beryl took off the roof and the doors, windows, you know. So I have to start again.
Hi, I'm Sarada Mitchell, and welcome to MASS, the Mental Awareness Show, being brought to you by Friends of the Mentally Ill and sponsored by the National Lotteries Authority. Well, today we went to Carriacou to get an insight as to how the people there are coping several weeks after Hurricane Beryl barreled through. I am so happy that I got a chance to speak with the people and to hear where they are mentally and emotionally. How did you fare with the passage of Hurricane Beryl?
It was very rough because I had to help a lot of people. And when I look at my place, I'm still helping people because I'm still going back and help people right now. I don't want no money from nobody. I do all what I do right now is helping people because I build a little shelter, a little shed roof, like a thing, and that's what I'm staying in.
Do you live by yourself?
I live with me and my woman.
Do you have any children?
I have my children, but my children then going by the grandmother.
Okay. They came down because of the passage of Beryl?
Beryl. So, right now, is help, and you see how I working with my tools and things. Right now, if you pass across the road, you might see me walking because it's worker going and work to help people to build back a little shack. I don't do it for money. I'll tell them I'll take no money.
So, okay, were you prepared for Beryl?
I wasn't prepared because I leave to go to work. I went to work. And when I see things more than water flower, I still end up to leave and go back and help somebody else. Noel, to help him do he paint and thing, a big place in town. Yeah, so, and then when I reach back, he tell me, run. And he reach home.
So how are you dealing with it?
Right now, if we don't stand up and help one another, we can't stand back in a hurry. So we have to get up and get. That's how I get up and get. At the moment, at 2 days after burial, I stand up and I could sleep in a shelter with galvanized on it instead of the tarpaulin.
And what about your mental state? Do you sleep well at night? Do you eat well?
I eat well and I'm sleeping well because I go in all the way thing and get me chicken because I'm tired of the thin stuff. And it's a problem for me because I'm not a thin stuff, man. So I'll go and look out and get what I get. Buy fish because the man just come and his jet is still. And I get fish and thing. I don't do thin stuff thing.
So if you were to hear a hurricane is coming now, would you prepare, and what about your mental state in that process?
Right now, as I just tell Amanda, right now I looking to build a thing, dig a thing down low and crank with the roof and go stronger and thing. You know what I mean? I ain't going to galvanize again to be safe because I take it like a joke. But it's a serious thing, apparently. Right now, a lot of people die and you can recover. Some cripple something because they can recover in Carriacou here. So it's not an easy thing, apparently. And it's not it's like a hurricane apart. It's a man sender for us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah.
All right. or was that in the process before?
I was building before. It wasn't complete, but Beryl took off the roof and the doors, windows, So I have to start again.
And what are you doing at Leicester Catholic School?
That's where a shelter, because for the hurricane, I came by here in the night when they were thing, and so this hurricane took me here. Beryl, I was here for Beryl, and because I don't have any roof, the doors and everything, I come here and sleep, and during the day I go home and clean up, so that I can move forward, see if I can tap some lean on top of the roof, in the meantime. At least I can get some shade so I don't lose what I have in the house. Yes, because I live in it. It's livable, Yes, I've been living
just
there.
During the night you come here?
Yes, during the night I come here. But I'm at home during the day because I have a lot of work to do, because I did put some sheet rock for the ceiling. It was a drop ceiling, and you know what it's like with sheet rock when it got wet, so a lot of work.
It'll start all over.
Yes. So
how are you 6 weeks after Beryl?
Yes, I said because of God, I'm strong. I'm able to cope. But, it's slow, but it's sure. I'm getting there, Yes. And I'm happy that I have the strength. I've got my son, and he's with me all the way. And then good family and friends. So I'm able to stand. And when I go out, I assist other people, take a break from home. So, that's how I'm able to make it. Yes.
Hey, little boy.
The name of this business is Bargain Land, and yes, I am the owner.
So you're one of the fortunate people in Carriacou?
One of the blessed ones.
No roof gone, nothing. Tell me about
Yes,
that.
well, actually, some of our roof went, some of it went, but we give God thanks and praise in the midst of it all. Yeah, because He's the center of this business. So that's why we are intact. Yeah.
So how you're smiling and you're talking about God, so that's your solace.
Correct.
And is that what you're using to get through?
To cope, yes.
To cope.
Yes.
So do you pray a lot? Do you say psalms? What do you do?
That's
how
right.
Do you cope?
So yes, I pray a lot. I worship a lot. I sing. I go to church. Yeah. And I read the Bible and just try to maintain a calm, because this is not the end of life, really. And the most important thing we have is life, right? Things would always come and go, but once you have life, you could always get the things that may come or go.
And you have light.
That's right. We have light. Yes, we were fortunate to get electricity within a week and a half after Beryl.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're blessed.
That's correct.
Were you prepared? So this is standing.
Yes.
Do you live here as well, or do you live elsewhere?
No, we live elsewhere. We live approximately 5 minutes away from Hillsborough.
So does that mean that your home is intact, or what?
So at home, some of the roof went as well, but we have a downstairs. So we're presently living in the downstairs. Okay. Yeah.
Were you prepared? Did you have canned goods, water, torch?
Yes.
So you were prepared?
Yes. Yes. And why? I was in Grenada for Hurricane Ivan. That was my first day of TAMCC. And I can recall Ivan so vividly that I ensured that we prepared for Beryl. Yes, like reading the updates as to how, how the hurricane was going to be. I told my parents, I say, this is going to be worse than Ivan. So we have to prepare. This is going to be worse than Ivan. I told him, I said the next day, or well, not even the next day, but after Beryl, this place wouldn't look as how it's looking now. Right? That was prior to. But we see now, we're not going to see that, because I could recall how Grenada looked after Ivan. And that's exactly what happened, but we look worse than how Ivan looked.
So what did you lose during the passage of Beryl?
Well, I should say basically everything, because to tell you the truth, I didn't expect my roof to go because it withstood Ivan and Emily, so I didn't expect it to go. But well, it went, and we lost basically everything.
So where do you sleep?
Downstairs. It so happened that after Ivan and Emily, I decided to build a bunker downstairs. You know, so I was kind of prepared for this one, although I didn't expect it to be that dangerous. But that's the case. That's how it is.
You said you were prepared in the instance with a bunker.
Yes.
Physically, did you store water? Did you buy canned goods? Did you prepare in that manner?
Well, we always have that. So yeah, whatever food stuff we had, we secured them. You know, but all other things like television, radio, all of that, you know, perish. Yeah.
And how are you dealing with that right now?
Well, as they say, we are resilient, and so we're trying to cope. We're trying to cope.
How are you coping? How?
Well, we after Ivan, we were able to get a stove downstairs. It works. We had a small freezer downstairs. It was always there, so we using that basically as the fridge and everything like that, because we got a generator. Our children bought a generator for us. They sent it up, so we were happy for that. So we have current, and we have bed downstairs, so we sleep in and we're able to eat.
And now that Beryl has passed, how will you prepare differently and especially, take care of your mind, your mental state?
Well, I mean, I'm the kind of person that I expect anything. So I don't think that will upset my mental capacity, because I'm tough. You could say that I'm tough. So we'll be able to cope. I'm not the kind of person who depends on like computer, radio. Well, I mean, yeah, I like radio, but computer, phone, I could live without those. So that don't bother me.
You're a retired principal. Does that mean you read a lot?
Well, before Beryl, yes, but all the books wet, so you know.
I gotta wait for better days. It's all starting now. It's not too late, we can be saved if we make the time. It's gonna be alright. Had a clue, now I got a feeling. Just gotta hold on tight. Tonight, we're gonna be stronger.
Sure it's Patterson Street. I'm not sure about the street.
Well, people viewing this and they would hear the pounding in the background.
Right,
It's
right.
weeks after the passage of Hurricane Beryl, so people are fixing doors, windows, roof, everything. So if you
Okay.
hear the pounding, it's because
That's
understandable.
Right.
Well, Dr. Davis, we are talking mental health, but at the same time, it is understood that many a times mental health, mental conditions manifest physically. Have you had an increase in the number of people coming in for certain illnesses?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, we have persons, with conditions that, mental conditions. Some of the symptoms are insomnia, difficulty sleeping, poor appetite, feeling fatigue, weakness. They cannot explain it, but most of it is due to stressful conditions, that due to the passage of Hurricane Beryl, there are a lot of stressful situation going on right now.
How are you treating it? What are you telling them? What are you giving them to work with it?
Foremost, we have to try and give them counseling. Although I'm not a counselor, but we have to give some counseling. Also, we refer them to a counselor. There's a team that comes up once a month to Carriacou. Once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah, that is the problem. Yeah, so then we have to give them a referral, so they will see the mental health team when it comes up.
In the meantime, what do they do? Do they when you try to counsel them? I know you cannot release what happens in the counseling spot, but what do you know?
Well, some people are and they have to be medicated. People cannot sleep and they're having difficulty, then we have to give something to sleep, medication. So if you, for anxiety and depression, we also seen those conditions, then we have to give you medication. We know that not only medication is the answer, therapy, counseling, but as I said before, we have counselors coming once a month.
Okay. So, seeing that the counseling team only comes up once a month, would you make a plea for some other team?
Well, yes, I think the ministry, besides the once a month that usually comes, I think they sent up teams within that period. In the immediate aftermath of the hurricane, there were teams that came up to give counseling. But I'm talking about usually the counseling team comes up once a month. But after the hurricane, we had a few visits from mental health professionals from Grenada. 3 or 4 times maybe.
But this is 6 weeks now, and this is when it settles in.
Right.
And this is our reality.
Right.
In the beginning, it's like, and then all of a sudden you have to face.
I know, it's after the acute
now.
phase pass.
Yes.
Then you start to see the problems. Yes.
Because you're saying you have an increase in diabetes, hypertension, and then people who most likely never dealt with depression or fatigue, or they're not sleeping well, they're not eating. These are serious issues.
Yes. So it's very important point, because as I said, after the acute phase passes 6 weeks, then you see the real effects. So then we'll need more frequent visits from the mental health team. Maybe you can help us.
Well, hopefully with this show, a plea could go out there, and someone listening could bring a team together to help Carriacou, because the acute phase, you show your face, but then it settles in. People need to release. They need to talk.
Right.
And then, many a times our society, we are people who don't like to talk. We keep it in and it manifests physically. Yeah.
Well, I think, as I said before, after the acute phase, we had a few groups came up and give counseling. So I think that the ministry would continue with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that the ministry continues with that.
Yes. Because they understand that it's a stressful situation right now for people. A lot of people is on the tarpaulin living at the moment. Their lifestyle has changed completely. So counseling are the main, not even medication, it's counseling. The medication just masks the symptoms, but counseling is the main treatment.
And what are some of the tools you would share with someone who is like looking at this video?
Well, talking therapy is one. Your friends and the family, You can go on the beach, as I said. Deep breathing, all those little things help to relax your mind and to improve your mental health.
So we've spoken about the fatigue, the depression, the anxiety. What about people, what about increase in high blood
Oh, it's
pressure?
very good point. We've seen an increase in high blood pressure and diabetes, the uncontrolled diabetes. And most of it is due to persons losing their medication during the storm. That's one of the main reasons. The second reason is like depressed, a donkey attitude after the hurricane passed. So people will just stop taking the medication because they think all is lost. So that's one of the reasons. But the main reason is that they lost most roofs. The people lost most of the roofs in Carriacou, were destroyed during Hurricane Beryl. So the medication went with the wind. So we saw a lot of uncontrolled diabetes, uncontrolled hypertension, which is due to medication that is not available at the moment. Yeah.
So we talk about your patients. Let's talk about you now. How are you dealing?
Well, I lost my roof. Part of my roof is damaged, major damage to my roof. But luckily, I'm insured. So that gives me a peace of mind. So I'm okay. I'm okay because some people are in a worse situation than me. So with that, I'm thankful that I'm working still and I have insurance, so I can build back. Where there is light, there is hope. All is not lost. Most people will rally through.
That's your feeling.
That's the hope, yes.
That's
the feeling, yes.
Thank
we
you.
are a small community and we know each other. It's like a family.
Yeah, and
Yes.
people are looking out for each other. Are you seeing a lot of that now? People are looking out for each other?
Well, yes. As I said before, the majority of persons in Carriacou know each other. Anybody passing over there, I have a good idea who it is. Yes, so with that, if you see somebody, not looking well, someone would come forward and say something.
That's good. Yeah. I like to hear that.
Yeah. Our healthcare provider, a nurse, doctor, we will say something. If you find someone is not well and in the street or something, we'll come forward and do something about it.
Well, it works here. If you see something, say something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, Dr. Davis, for your time.
It's nice speaking to you. Hope to see you again in a month.
In a month? Once you pay the fare and give him the gravel and and lunch.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Right. Thank you.
Are you having lasting hurricane-related distress? Call or visit the nearest health center. For additional support, contact the Ministry of Social Development at 440-2269 or 440-4787. That's 440-2269 or 440-4787. Thank you so much for viewing MASS, the Mental Awareness Show, being brought to you by Friends of the Mentally Ill and sponsored by National Lotteries Authority. I am Sarana Mitchell. See you soon.